What we have decided, therefore, is that the average price, not the average, the price per cylinder of LPG will increase by 50 rupees. In other words, from 500 it will go up to 550, and the other one will go up from 803 to 853. So there was a time when, you had to stand in a queue to get a cylinder, you had to use influence. Today, you can actually SMS, you can also do what we call IVRS, voice call. You can send a WhatsApp message and they will deliver a cylinder to you at your residence. The total coverage of LPG for the population, it stood at around 14 crores or 140 million in 2014. That has gone up to around 33 crores or 330 million. So if you go by the yardstick that you have one cylinder per connection per household, then the entire country is covered. In fact, I would say there's more than 100% LPG coverage. In addition to that, we have an Ujjwala scheme. The Ujjwala scheme was introduced in 2016. And the Ujjwala scheme also has something like 100 million plus or 10 crore plus beneficiaries. And the advantage of the Ujjwala scheme and overall LPG connection is that today our brothers and sisters, more our sisters, they can have freedom from firewood, coal, cow dung, cakes, etc., all the traditional cooking fuels, which is not the case even in some advanced countries, where even though the country is developed, the rural countryside is still using firewood and coal, etc. Now, the LPG infrastructure in India, I just wanted to tell you, we have now gone from 55.9% LPG coverage in 2014. We have gone today to 107.4% LPG coverage. Number of bottling plants of our OMCs or oil marketing companies has gone up from 187 to 212. Number of LPG distributors in India was in 2014, we had 13,896. Today we have 25,554. The domestic LPG connections I've told you, the consumption in the country of LPG through the OMCs, it's 17.6 million metric tons. In 2014, it has gone up now to 30.4 million metric tons. Now I want to come to LPG pricing, and I think this is one of the subjects on which I wanted to have this exchange with you. The price of LPG. Now, LPG is the product which comes out of a refinery. When crude oil is refined, LPG comes out. Petrol and diesel are also products of refineries. The international price of LPG, which has been determined by the Saudi CP international benchmark, has been going up. It went up from 415 metric tons, dollars per metric ton to $712 per metric ton, but we never passed it on to the consumer. We kept it exactly where it is, and I think the rate of increase has been moderated and absorbed by the OMC. As a result of which, last year, the OMCs had a loss of 28,000 crores because of the LPG are keeping the price of the gas cylinder, the 14.2 kilo gas cylinder under control, providing Ujjwala subsidy. They incurred a loss of 28,000 crores. And the government, through its provisioning, through the budget, we gave them 22,000 crores back. I just wanted to give you this background. Now, more recently, on 5th October 2023, the targeted subsidy on an LPG cylinder increased to 300 rupees, which in other words, and in the effective cost of a Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana cylinder came down to about 503 rupees, and for an ordinary cylinder to 803 rupees. Now, this has resulted in a cumulative loss of 41,338 crores last year. 41,338 crores. Madam, I'll be giving you these notes also. Whatever I'm using, you will have the same information. I'm just trying to set so that you can ask me questions. As a result of which, what has happened is that the Saudi CP international benchmark rose by 63% from 385 metric tons in July 23 to $629 per metric ton in February 25. It was a 63% increase. Whereas we brought the price of Ujjwala and the cylinder down. So, you are two simultaneously competing trend. International price is going up by 63% and our price is coming down. This is what resulted in the loss for 43,000 crores. So what are we planning to do? The statistics will give you all the papers, this thing. You compare the price of LPG cylinder in India and Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal. Even if you equalize the currencies in terms of the exchange rates, India, as I said, a normal cylinder was 803 for the normal cylinder. LPG cylinder 503. In Pakistan, it was 1,080.59. In Bangladesh, 557.81. In Sri Lanka, 1218.09. In Nepal, 1206.39. The cost of cooking gas per day for a family, average family of 4 in India, was 6 rupees and 10 paise. And the cost of cooking per day in a non-beneficiary, that is somebody who is not an Ujjwala beneficiary, is 14 rupees 58 paisa. Now, by any yardstick, that's a very reasonable price. And if you look at the cost comparison with neighboring countries, I have already given you ours. The thing has come down by 23% in our price at a time when global prices were riding. Pakistan, it rose by 5.53%, Bangladesh on 1 rupee 11 paise, Sri Lanka by 10 rupees 60 paise, Nepal by 5 rupees 73, in India it's come down. No, these are percentage. India it's come down 23.74. These are all percentage figures. I'm going to give them to you. Now, what has happened in Pakistan and all those countries, I'm giving you. What we have decided, therefore, is that the average price, not the average, the price per cylinder of LPG will increase by 50 rupees. In other words, from 500 it will go up to 550, and the other one will go up from 803 to 853. Now, this is a step which we will review as we go along. As it is, we review these every 2 weeks or 3 weeks.